I know that at least you two have been heavy into the fantasy league here. Caleb, I appreciate you jumping on as well. So that's obviously what we got to dive into, and we got to factor in with our 5 picks. I'd like to talk about who you think will be good if it does rain, because it does look like at least it could rain pretty heavy Saturday morning, and then we'll see if that changes throughout the weekend. It was going to be a dry weekend going all the way. Now it's not. Some big names coming in here. Aaron, do you have your picks in mind already of where you see yourself sitting for the top 5?
So I haven't looked specifically at like drivers for the top 5. I made my picks and everything. My guy for the rain is in my picks anyways. It's Marin Kremers. Like the kid kills it every time it rains anywhere. So that's pretty much a given. Outside of that, Hayden Jones won last year on this his first weekend with RPG. So he was one driver that I thought 100% I want to have on my team for this weekend. Austin Garrison, I saw his name coming in there, so I think he'll be really fast. Pauly Massimino, I saw Pauly was in here earlier. I've got Pauly on there, so don't let me down. And Paul Bocuse, because I picked him at Orlando, and he did really well. So I'm hoping if I pick him again, he goes really well. I'm trying to not pick Ryan Norberg because that's just the easy pick. I said it the first time we went through the draft. It's just the easy pick, so I really don't want to go with Ryan Norberg. I know he's going to win. He's got like a 50% win rate over the last 2 years. It's boring. Whatever.
Fair enough. Well, all right. I like it. And out of those picks there, I mean, obviously Austin Garrison's probably the biggest name coming in for this race. A lot of guys, at least that have been following us for the last 2 years, may have seen him because he's been on a kind of a partial schedule and hit or miss throughout the last few seasons and hasn't done X30 racing since 2019, at least to my knowledge. But he was really quick in the club race, was on the box, drove through the field, just came up shy of the win. Connor, what do you got out of looking at the list for this week? I know you got a few names in mind to pick here. Where do you think Garrison's going to end up, and where do you got your 5?
I think he'll be a podium guy for sure. I've kind of grown up alongside of him and watched him race for a while now, and he's always been really good whenever he gets his opportunity. So I think he'll be top 3 battling for the win. He's got good equipment, which is rare for him. So I'm excited to watch him this weekend.
All right. Who else do you got out of the race? Do you put a lot of locals on your list? I mean, what would be your 5 that you would say if you put Garrison inside that 5?
I had Garrison, Norberg, Fletcher as my rookie, Pauly, and then I think Haynes. I don't know. He's always been fast here whenever we come here, so I think he'll be a solid pick again.
There we go. All right, solid. And out of the rain, looking at the entry list here, do you have any guy that you would say is a rain guy, or do you put Kremers as top on the rain as well?
Yeah, Kremers is going to be good in the rain. I'm guessing Garrison will be pretty good. Ryan, I don't know. He says he's starting to step it up in the rain, but we'll have to see about that.
Nola does not back that up from what we saw out there.
Yeah, we'll see.
Caleb, where do you stand here with your guys looking at the entry list here for this week? Where do you see everybody, and where did your 5 land?
I think the local guys are coming out. So I'm going to say Jones, Haynes. Oh, I don't even know after that. If it rains, it kind of opens Pandora's box. So it's anyone's game. I can see Fletcher up there. I'll be the one to say it. I put Norberg in the top 5, and someone else will. I mean, I know he wins everything, but he wins it for a reason. Oh, did you? My bad.
Yeah.
He did. He took
I can't hear or pronounce. I don't even know after that. I think it'll be interesting either way. I think most of the Rolls guys are probably going to show up since that's almost their home track.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of guys who have a lot of laps here. And the thing is as much as this is a home track for some, so you may see some guys kind of join, I don't know if they have a necessary advantage because we're running the same layout that we always do when we come here. Like Aaron said, you go back to last year when Hayden won, there was the day he broke away. There was also the day that he was kind of in the mix, and then he had a mechanical failure when he was running. But then it was Hannah was still up there, Ryan was up there, and Pauly was up there in the 4, I think. And then Connor, I think you were like running 5th, trying to hunt him down, if I remember right.
Yeah, I couldn't. I didn't have anything for him.
Yeah. We've joked about it on a lot of weeks. There's no question. The RPG guys have had good power, but I think the speed concept and the speed lab guys have been really good. It seems like the BN engines have also been really good because that's what the Tulio's been on, and he's been really close to Ryan at every place. Pace-wise, he just kind of had bad starts to his days, both Saturday and Sunday at NOLA. One of the days he freaking took a rock to the eye in qualifying because his visor fogged up, and he cracked the visor, and then a rock flew in and hit him in the eye, and he drove around with one eye and qualified like 21st. So pretty impressive feat for DeTulio, but for the guy that was fastest and happier on Friday and was on other power besides RPG stuff, I think he would have been good. It sucks that we lose him this weekend. He's running USF Juniors. He had a good opener, got a podium in one of the 2 races they had over at the Lake of the Ozarks. But for sure, I think Austin Garrison is a necessary pick. If you're going off the club race last week, Ryan Raffa qualified it on the pole. He was top 10 here last year, and I think top 10 in the year before, which was, I think, his return. I might be mixing up my years, but he's been really good here in the little bit of time that he's done national racing over the last 2 seasons, kind of coming back with his family operation with Full Tilt Racing and running with Mike Doty. He'll obviously be in that same setup again this weekend. So I think Rafa's a really good underrated pick if you're trying to get some points out of someone that maybe not a lot of people are probably going to take, because he's been kind of under the radar at a lot of these events, but he's been really good here more than anywhere else, it seems. Justin Ataconis was really good here in junior last year. Jeremy Fletcher's won here a bunch in junior. So, you could obviously put him as a rookie pick. That's a safe pick. Like I said, I think Austin Garrison's strong. Tyler Wettongel was also on the box here at the Miami Grands last year when Connor decided to wreck himself, and didn't want to fight Ryan for the win. Right, Connor? You just took yourself out turn 1, wanted to pull over.
Yeah, took myself out. Yeah, just exactly what I did. I was slow anyway, so it didn't really matter.
Yeah. But with all the mess that spread out, when Dalton drove up to second, Wettongel drove up to third. So he's on the same package that Garrison's going to be on this week. He's on a red speed with Speed Concept. So Tyler Wettongel is a local name that could be really, really good in his first full season in X30. We talked about Dante Yu and how he's kind of consistently gotten a lot better in the couple races that he's done this year so far. Going through the TSRS weekend was right with Paulie, right with Ryan, was right there at Scusa. He could be a really good pick this week, but there's so many local guys that are going to be really, really fast. And then in the rain, obviously Marian Kremers, the European, is going to be good. Colin Warren's here this week, running with Chad Dawkins Racing. I'm curious to see how Colin's going to do because he's kind of had really good weekends at Supernats, and then some of the races he's shown up here for the X30 stuff, they've struggled a little bit, but super talented guy. And I don't know if you see a whole lot outside of that. Really, besides him and Garrison, there's not a lot of other new names into the field that we're going to see. And we lose, obviously, to Tulio and Nevo, which are big ones this week.